welcome to another abs and glute challenge. Today we're going to be definitely focusing on some abs, but you'll get a nice glute burn. All right, so everything's going to be done on the floor today. Here we go. We're going to start with some ab crunches to warm up our core. Feet are hip width apart, hands about temple. Keep your elbows wide and tuck your chin in. Let's crunch up and down. So we're warming up into our upper abdominal muscles here. Tucking your tailbone as always an option for you. Keep the chin tucked in. The main thing is you don't want to pull the head. So I always recommend keeping your hands apart. If you do need to support a little bit more, you can. Again, just be careful of pulling and yanking on the head. So it's all about your head coming up for a ride on top of your shoulders. That way you get more into your abs. Okay, let's go ahead and pulse this up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to pop the legs up into a tabletop position, crunch up, and then twist. Bicycles. Twist, twist. Focus on your shoulders coming across towards your knee versus your elbow, again, to prevent you from pulling on your neck. Now, option, toe tap. So you can keep our knees at 90 degrees and toe tap. Do focus still on that lift through your shoulder. Nice long reach. I see these exercises super fast for some people. The main thing is that you want that nice extension and a really purposeful rotation right into those abdominal muscles here. So keep breathing. Awesome. Cool. So let's go ahead and lower that down. And then we're going to keep the upper body down. Let's lift your legs, rolling through the tailbone, squeezing into the lower abs here. So we're locking into the core. And it's not about kicking your legs up, so let's be aware of that. So you want to think about rolling your tailbone and utilizing your lower abs to lift your legs. So maybe your movement's really small, and that's okay. If you're feeling really good, you can also toe tap, but just know that that's a bigger range of motion. So if any of you have any back issues, keep your legs elevated for a smaller range of motion. Hands behind your head, and we're making a double crunch. So again, legs can stay elevated, squeezing into the abdominal muscles here, or toe tap. Again, only choose that option if you are okay with your lower back. So we're lifting our shoulders up as well. Don't forget the upper body. The tendency is to focus so much on the legs that we forget to lift the upper body higher. Remember, we want to lift the shoulder blades up. So in that way, we work into our abs, which is our upper body, right? Don't forget to breathe. All right, so we're going to pulse this up. Ready? Hold it up. Pulse. Tailbone and shoulder blades are lifting, 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 lifting. Start to feel a little fire. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lengthen the legs all the way out. Stretch it out here. Okay, so we're gonna flip over and we're doing what's called a mountain climber. Now these mountain climbers are ab focused, so we're gonna keep them slow. Hands underneath your shoulders. Make sure your fingertips are pointed forward, shoulder blades back and down. We're gonna pop ourselves up onto our toes. Eyes are forward of your fingertips. Knee to elbow, same side elbow that is, and then the other side. Knee to elbow, and then reset. In, back. In, back. You see mountain climbers in like a running motion, but I want you to really focus on these pauses. Knee towards your elbow. Now, if you need to, drop to your knee, and then focus on maintain that plank position. So you're still leaning forward. Now, some of you may need to go on your forearms. In that case, you're probably gonna have to prop the hip up a little higher. And in that case, it's gonna be a little less into the core, but it still works. All right, so let's go ahead and take a little mini break here. Roll the wrists around. We're gonna do the same concept, but we're gonna go into a rotational pattern. You're gonna take opposite knee to opposite elbow. Hands underneath your shoulders again. Remember the knee down option. Pop your hip up, and you're aiming your right knee to your left elbow, reset to square, and then your other side. Shoulders are stacked directly above your wrist line, and then we're rotating from your obliques, your waistline. Option on your knees, take the knee in and twist. Knee in and twist, okay? So find what works for you and slow down as you need to. If you want to work more into your obliques, you can even lean your body weight forward and you'll really get into those obliques too. Twisting through the waist, but strongly pushing into your arms. You're working into those posture muscles through your shoulder as well. Let's go ahead and take a break. Release, and let's roll the shoulders, the wrists out. Ooh, definitely can feel those core muscles, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and lie on our side. We're gonna go into leg lifts. So we're gonna go ahead and just cradle the head. Hand in front of you, but pull the shoulder away from your ears, and you can keep the bottom leg bent. Take the top leg, point the toes forward, and then pull it back just a little bit so you can feel a little bit of engagement of that glute there. Lifting and lowering the leg. Now here's the deal. We want to make sure that the toes aren't pointing up. So rotate the foot forward, and you'll notice that it doesn't go any higher. And that's going to allow you to really stay active through your glute versus going into your hip flexor. So we're lifting and lowering, pointing the toes forward or even slightly down, and you should start to feel the outer part of your hip working. Now, double check, are your abs still pulled in? It's really easy to let them go. Awesome. Okay, from here, lift the leg up. We're gonna pull the knee in and then slightly back. So when you go back, it's a little butt cheek squeeze, but we're not letting our body sway forward and back. Okay, so keep your upper body so still, and then we're gonna engage into that outer hip and glute. Are you starting to feel this yet? You should be feeling the outer part of your hip right here, and then as you stick the leg back, a little butt cheek squeeze back there, a little wee. Okay, so here's the change, you guys. So we're gonna keep the leg back there, and then rotate yourself so your belly down or face down. From here, take that leg, tap the knee down, and then diagonal kick up. Tap the knee down, diagonal kick up. Now, if you have a sensitive back, you might have to actually just stay up a little bit here, and then knee goes down and then up. So that works great. So I'm gonna go flat down because it increases your range of motion. So in and then lift it back. Pull the belly button in super tight. Waking up that booty. Keep pulling the belly button in though. Remember, that's always about protecting the the lower back. Reach. Reach. One more time. And let's switch sides. We're gonna go ahead and just rotate right over. Like completely on your side. Okay, shoulders are square, toes pointed forward, and then remember, pull the leg back a little bit, a little engagement back here. So we're gonna go up and down. Double check that your toes are pointed forward. Okay, remember the tendency is the toes to point up. So we're gonna keep the toes pointed forward, squeezing through that glute. Try to relax your bottom leg, you just worked it. So you're gonna start to feel a little fatigue in there. And then just again, being aware of the toes wanting to point up. We're squeezing to that glute here. Don't forget to breathe. Keeping the abdominals super duper tight. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring it down towards level with the hip. Pull the knee in and then kick it back. Pull the knee in and then kick it back. As your knees come forward, be aware of the hips wanting to swing around. So literally moving around the joint. Forward and back. Definitely starting to feel the hips burn a little bit, through the glutes as well. Try to relax your upper body as much as you can. We start to get tight, and even your face gets tight too. Push. Ooh, yeah, starting to feel that fire, that heat. Let's go for one more. You're gonna stick the leg back, rotate yourself, belly down. Okay, and then we're going knee down and then diagonal kick up. Knee down, diagonal kick up. So let's get those glutes on fire. Pressing it back. Knee down, knee up and back. Exhale every single time. There's a big muscle back there, so you want to breathe into it. Sculpting, shaping, toning. Are you feeling it yet? I'm definitely feeling it. Keep pulling the belly button in, by the way. A few more left. One more left. All right, and bring it down. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and roll over onto the back and stretch into the hip. So figure four stretch. We're gonna go ahead and hook the leg, hand reaches to the window, pull the leg in. You can definitely feel that stretch, right? Through the glute, piriformis also. You can stay here as long as you need to, but otherwise, let's switch sides. Hand reaches to the window, pull the leg in. You know you worked it when it's burning in, when you're stretching it. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. Keep breathing into your hip. And let's go ahead and rock ourselves all the way up to seated position. Whew. Awesome job, everyone. I will see you at the next video.